Great deals on customs and gold wings during the road to savings. Welcome back to our Daytona 200 preview and qualifying show. And you know the 200 has been reinstated as the opening round of the AMA Superbike schedule. And that's similar to the way NASCAR Winston Cup begins with its biggest race of the season. And the man who's synonymous with the 200 is Mr. Daytona himself, Scott Russell. He's on the Harley-Davidson again. And he has a lot of making up to do for last year's disaster where he never even took the green flag. The Harley-Davidson team looks a lot like they did in 1999, returning is five-time Daytona 200 winner Scott Russell, as well as Canadian Pascal Picard, who signed a new multi-year deal to race the VR1000.
Don't believe that I'm going to sit on my ass and, just collect my money. Because, first of all, there's always some clause in the contract, performance clauses, so you can't just sit out there and just collect your money, and it's not my time. It's not what I want to do. If I'm there, I think I'm just going to quit. I'm just there because I love the sport, and I love my job, and it's a good challenge, and we'll get there.
Behind the scenes, Ford Motor Corporation has come on board to inject millions of dollars to help along the fledgling race program for the next 5 years, and the riders know where they want to see the money go.
That would definitely make my life a lot easier if I could have more horsepower. Because some racetrack, we're definitely behind those guys. Some racetrack last year, we were like 11 miles an hour slower. So how can you compensate? You just can't battle with those guys. Sometimes you can be in the fight, but you can't win the battle. You just can't.
I don't think I'll bring that much to this party, really. I've done a lot of good things on a lot of other bikes, but when it comes down to designing and developing a motorcycle, that's not my job. I'm a rider. I can tell you what it's doing and what it isn't doing. And these guys, it's up to them to go to the drawing board and come up with something that's going to work. So, of course, I think my input last year pointed them, and like I said, in a direction that they felt like they may have been going the wrong way, and now they think they're heading the right way. So I think me coming here may have helped one little thing. And at the end of this 2 years, if I've done one thing good for the team, I guess I've done something. So I try to be happy with that.
Before last year's Daytona 200, Scott Russell was involved in a barroom brawl at a local watering hole and did not compete in the race.
There's just nothing left for me to do down there except win it again, and to go down there and lose or not make a good showing is the last thing that I want to do. So what happened last year was a terrible thing, but it was almost better than me being out there finishing 10th or something.
Can Mr. Daytona come here as the underdog on the Harley and do the unthinkable by winning an unprecedented 6th 200? Even Russell has his doubts.
I don't think they put the emphasis that they should on Daytona because they don't feel like that maybe they were in a position, you know what I'm saying? So they kind of got like, okay, Daytona's just one race in a 12-race series, and let's just get through it. And, I've always gone down there with other things in mind, so it's a difficult thing for me to go down there like that. But they're paying the bills, and I'm doing whatever has to be done.
Winning the Daytona 200 is definitely a long shot for the Harley squad, but with the influx of cash, the riders hope that better results are just around the corner.
I just wish to be here in Daytona next March and have the fastest bike out there and the easiest bike to ride, but I know it's not that way in racing. You just got to keep working. The harder you work, the better it should be. So I cross my finger. I got faith in my guys and faith on Harley-Davidson, and I think we're going to get there.
Well, quite possibly the hardest working team in the offseason were the boys at Harley-Davidson as they look to improve the VR1000 for the year 2000. And you guys think you've come up with it, haven't you, Steve Shabby? Testing, you found something.
Yes, Dave, we did. With the addition of Scott Russell last year and his expertise that he brings with it, in addition to Pascal Picard's comments, we've come up with some areas that we see need improvement. And we worked long and hard during the end of last season and going into this season to come up with some changes in the swing arm suspension, which resulted in changes in the exhaust system and quite a few other things. And in testing this winter, right away we recognized the improvements we were expecting, and so we were happy with that. Coming down here, we noticed the same improvements. So from a chassis point of view, things have moved forward a lot. Unfortunately, in doing that, we put the engine on the back burner, and coming down to the Daytona, you need some horsepower. It's going to show that we're down a little bit of speed, but we knew coming down here that was going to be a little bit tough from the speed aspect, and we're going to do what we can to get through it and look to get back to work on the engine for the rest of the season. We look forward to some improved results.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
One thing.